And we are back again. So we continue working because this is our starting session today. So we continue recording videos. And look here, we have some tricky hands here. I opened with 2-2, so I rarely do that, but as you can see, I do that. To be honest, I still work on that, and I'm still working on that. I really need to decrease the amount of my low pocket pair openings, okay? So I really pay attention to this. Okay, so should we take a look at this? No, I think we should not that much. This hand is almost the same, King 5-3. I think just what changes here is our orientation with bluffs here, right? We will have less draw flush bluffs with our ace X, and we will have more bluffs with our Broadway hands, right? Okay, so I don't want to touch this one that much. It really feels like very quite close to this one. Now let's take a look at something like this. Very interesting hand, I think. Jack 10-2. Okay, so let's go into this hand. Okay, as always, we start with the opening range and minus 15%. Okay, so I very quickly type in my opening range. I know I can save it. I actually have it saved in the program, but the thing is, like, I really like practicing. I really like thinking. I really like knowing every time what I open, how I open it, and so on. Okay, that's why I really love going through all this, and it is very quick practice on the way for me. Okay, nice. So this is my opening range. I have 198.4 combinations, and we have the flop that comes. Let me see. Not this one. This one is bye-bye. Okay, let's open this one. Jack 10-2. Okay, flop. Jack 10 of clubs, 2 of diamonds. Great. Let's take a look. Jack, bye-bye. Jack 10 of clubs and 2 of diamonds. Okay, why not? Let's see. Looks like an easy one, but at the same time, I don't know, maybe it is not an easy one. So as always, we have to think about this. I suppose that we are going to have an advantage. Sometimes our opponent will have his 10-10 and Jack-Jack pocket pairs in his hand, because not every player 3-bets versus UTG open with these hands, right? Especially needs, they like to play very passively, some needs, so they might have it in their calling range, but still, they sometimes do 3-bet this. And if they don't, it means that they have less of sets in their hands with jacks and 10s, okay? 2-2, the opponents might have this, but most opponents, a lot of opponents fold these hands. A lot of opponents in position do call with 2-2. And I think these pocket pairs, they will have a little bit more than we have. Okay, first of all, I think still that we have advantage here, because we have, apart from jacks and 10s, we have queens, kings, aces, right? Ace-jack. So I think we're very strong here. And I want to really bet like 60% of my range. So I will take these 178.4 multiplied by 0.6. Okay, why 60% of the range? Because this is according to the book that I'm studying. Okay, I showed you this book before, so this is the book, right? Which says if you have advantage on the board, you want to bet 60% of your range. That's what I'm going to do here. 60% of my range is 107.04 hands. Okay, let's see. The main thing is not to overbet, not to go too far away. First, I will mark all my value hands as always. Ace-jack, ace-jack. Sets of jacks, sets of 10s, and 2s. Okay, very good. What else? Jack 10, I think, are our super value hands. Okay, wow, look at this number, 39.4. So if I multiply this number by 2, so let's just try. if I'll multiply this number by 2, 39 point, wait, 39.4 multiplied by 2, so I will get around 80. So 80 plus 40 will make it 120. I think this is a little bit too much, right? That's definitely too much. So we're going to decrease the number of our value bets here. I think the best way to do this is not to bet fully with our sets. Yeah, jack, check, 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 10, 10. I think, yeah, with these sets, I think we'll decrease the number of sets by 50%, I suppose, like this. Why do I still want to bet my sets here? I think because the opponent might have, for example, king, queen suited, right, and offsuit. The opponent might have 9, 8, right, suited in his hands. So he will have draw straights. He will have a lot of draw flushes here, right? Like, what draw flushes? Like, I don't know, like you can imagine him yourself. Ace, queen suited, for example, right? King, queen suited. Maybe king, 9 suited the opponent might have. So I want to be very careful here on this board, and I want to, yeah, bet very carefully here. So I want to decrease a little bit the number of my value hands still, because 36, let me multiply 36.45 multiply 2 makes 72 plus 36. Actually, this number is about right. 45, okay. A little bit over bet here. That's why I think what I can suggest here is maybe sometimes check calling with ace of clubs. I think ace of clubs, maybe ace of, okay, I think like this. Sometimes check calling with ace of clubs is reasonable, I think. Wait, so let's undo this. Let's decrease first. Take out this from our value bet. Something doesn't work like this. Okay, yeah, so look here. Maybe we can just safely, for us, just to remember, I will mark here ace 3 of clubs, as if I always call them. I won't always call them, to be honest. I think sometimes I will bet them, depends on the opponent, but I think sometimes I still want to call them. So I think this is good. Okay, very good. So far, look here, I have 33.45 of my value bets, plus 66, we'll have around 100 hands that we are going to see bet. This is approximately the number that we need. As you remember, from this number, we had 107 combinations that we have to see bet, right? Okay, good. So now we have all these value hands. Now I'm going to balance them with, I think actually these aces are really good with ace jack to check call sometimes. Let me do this. Yeah, let me do this. I take out from my value bet and I add up them in my check calling range. Okay, check calling range. Yeah, I think this actually, I maybe want to charge more with my aces. I don't know. Okay, I will be in between. I think this is a reasonable number of value bets still, and it is always good to have very strong defense. Okay, now let's see what are we going to bluff bet here in order to balance. So our bluffs should be around 60-70 combinations, as you remember, maybe even 75. Okay, first of all, I always check my draw straights. 9-8, perfect. Very little, but I can do that. Okay, like this. What else? I think queen 9 suited, perfect. King 9 suited, perfect. Yeah. What else? Queen jack, queen 10, queen jack, king queen, fantastic. Ace queen, great. Ace king, ace king, ace queen, king queen. Wow, look at that. So we have so many bluff bets here, and this is no wonder because we have advantage on this board. So you see, we can bet really a lot of these guys. We can catch our straights. We can catch the top pair, continue pushing, or play safely, check call. Okay, so we have a lot of things here that we can bet with. I think this is really nice. If you are like, if you want to play a little bit safer, so what I suggest to you is the following. I think you can check call, have very strong check calls with ace king and ace queen. So I will throw them out. Okay, these clubs, and I will put them into my check calling range. Okay, like this, like this. Okay, I will put them into my check calling range. So I will have a very strong check call with my ace queen and ace king of clubs. Super strong, I think. I think this is really good. Okay, what else can we bluff? Of course, we're going to bluff all our draw flushes. So all my draw flushes are coming in here. Ace 3, ace 4, ace 5, ace 6, ace 7. Nice. So finally they play again, right? These guys. Okay, good. What else? I think bluff 60. We are actually very good with bluffs here. I think maybe we can just bluff more of these ace 2 overall. I really like bluffing in this way here. Yeah, I will add up these bluffs. I can catch, as I told you, the second 2. So I will have a trips of 2. Or we can catch an ace. Then we can play check call here. So I think we're really good here. Ace 2, check 9, 10, 9. Okay, good. Good. Okay, I think we're more or less fine. 60, 30. What else? If I want to bluff a little bit more, I think I will add up some of the bluffs with these diamonds. Some of the bluffs with my diamonds. Like suited diamonds. I don't quite want to bluff with the runner flush and a weak pair. That's why I want to put them more into my check calling range. I think what I can bluff with here actually might be this one, 9s. I think so. 9s, especially with clubs, I think. 9s with clubs, yeah. Yeah, why not? 9s with clubs look reasonable to me. 9s with clubs, 100%. Okay, very good. Yeah, like this. Because look, we can catch a very nice running flush, and we can catch a very nice straight draw, right? What else we can bluff? I think we can possibly bluff these 9s, especially with we can add up here ace 9 of diamonds, I think. And I think sometimes we can even bluff with ace 9 of hearts and clubs. If an 8 drops, we can continue pushing the opponents. Yeah, I think sometimes I'll be bluffing them as well. So I will just do this. I will put out these guys, and I will put 50% of bluffs. Sometimes I'll be just check folding them. Okay, now let me add up this one and this one. I don't know whether I can do this that easily. Wait a second, take out these. 50% of these. Oh, yeah, it worked out. Very good. Very good. Okay, I'm very satisfied with my bluffs here. So I have a very good number of value bets, of bluff bets, which makes approximately 30 plus 66. Yeah, and here we have a little bit. So it is around 97. 97, great. Now we have 178.4 minus 97. So this is the number of hands that we have left. Perfect. I think we are very good. We are really close to betting 60% of our hands. Look here. So we have 58, but remember, here we have 8 hands that are in our check calling range, right? So be careful with that. Remember that. Good. Now, let's see. What are we going to check call with? First, let's remember that we had some guys left here, right? For our check calls or our check raises, jacks and tens. Very good. Next, I'm going to check call with all my tens. Very weak tens. Queen 10, king 10, ace 10. Very good. So we stand very well versus the opponent's bluffs. And we lose to jacks. So there is no need to bet these hands, you see? Just check call. The thing is, why do we want to check call with them? Because in this way, we allow our opponent to bluff. So he will have more bluffs if we check call with these hands than if we bet ourselves these hands. First, they're really weak to bet. Second, the opponent always kills us with his jack. Third, the opponent is in position. The opponent might call with his super strong draws, right? So we will be constantly losing with these hands if we bet them. So we want to check call. King jack, queen jack. I will check call with them. King jack, very good. Queen jack, perfect. Jacks, great. Tens, very good. Ace 10, I think why not? Yes, the second pair, very good. Now, what else? Maybe ace 7 are really good to bluff here. If we catch a 9, I'm not a big fan of bluffing with something that has a potential of reversed implied odds. What does it mean? So, reversed implied odds, it means that I bet and the pawn and I catch a straight. For example, a 9 comes and we have 7, 8, 9, 10, jack. Then the opponent can catch. If the opponent has king, queen, offsuit or suited, he catches a straight as well. And we are going to lose the whole pot, thinking that we are winning here. So I would be very careful with this 8-7. I'm not a big fan. I usually play over carefully with these guys. Very rarely I'm going to bluff with 8-7 of clubs and 8-7 of diamonds. Yeah, but other than that, I'm going to just drop them. Yeah, so I don't want to play with them that much. I will just add up my bluffs with, I forgot to add up these bluffs with suited connectors for our flushes. Okay, like this, right? Yeah, Okay, so if you want, maybe you can add up this one, diamonds here, right? And you will bet a little bit of 8-7 of diamonds. Okay, good. This is the only thing you can do here. Now, what else am I going to check call here? I think 8-8, possibly. Check calls. I have 35. I need more. More check calls, please, guys. Let's see. Ace king, ace king, ace queen. Okay, if I mark it just like that, will it do? Let's think about this. Threes, I think good check call. 4, 5, especially with clubs possibly. 6s, 7s, 8s. 9s are a little bit difficult here. Okay, 9s maybe. Sorry, I need to put it into my check calls here. Check calls. 9s. Some of the 9s, right? 9s, 50% of 9s. Like this. Wait, something didn't work out. 9s. These 9s are really tricky here, as you see. Overall, our check calling range, balanced with 10s and jacks, and some of the strongest aces, some of the strongest flushes here, right? Some of very strong pairs, one pair, guys, yeah. Some of our lower pocket pairs that lose to jacks and 10s, I think it is reasonable to call with them. And next street, if we have clubs and we don't, I mean, like if clubs are coming and we don't have clubs here, then we are going to drop it. The clubs, not the clubs, but without clubs. Okay, I think this is more or less fine. They say 81, so we still need to call a little bit more here. What do we call? Ace 2, ace 2. Guys, just look at that. I don't know. We must check call something else. But we don't have enough check calls here. Not cool. So we need to balance it somehow, I think. I think maybe we need to check call more of these ace jacks here. I think we do. We need to do this. Yeah, I mean, like, what choice do we have? Queens and kings. I don't want to check call with them. They are at risk. I think this guy, ace, oh, sorry, king, queen, I think are really good to check call here. King, queen. I think I might want to check call some of these guys with clubs. Ace 9, king 9. queen 9. They're super strong, I think. They're like draw flushes, and at the same time they are maybe not that much queen 9 and king 9. They are more vulnerable. With king 9 I will still bet here, I think. I'll add up this back into my bluff, all of it. Yeah, like this. Okay, this feels already a little bit better. 64. I need more still. So what else can I think I can combine with this ace king, I think. Sometimes some of these ace king, half of it, especially with clubs, I think. Actually, not only with clubs, just 50% of these ace king, I'm going to check call. I think this is the good way. I like it in this way. Yeah. Okay, 70. Still not enough. 71, but still already much better. Much better. Okay. And here 30, 56. We are more or less balanced as well. I think, overall we are good. I think why this happens that I cannot defend fully this amount of hands is because I open up these ace6, ace7, ace8. Why? Because in the book that I'm studying, this book, what they open on UTG, according to this book, doesn't include ace8, ace7, ace6. Yeah, and has only maybe ace5 on UTG. Yeah, doesn't have ace4, ace3, ace2. And I do open these hands, and you see they go into my folding range. So that's why I'm recently considering of folding them pre-flop as well. They're not that playable. I mean, these babies like ace5, ace4, ace3, ace2, they are. But these guys here, not that playable at all, So I'm really considering to maybe start folding them pre-flop as well. I will see. I'm still observing about this thing, So if I fold them, the number of my hands will automatically decrease here. And the number of hands that I bet, value bet, bluff bet, will be in percentage much bigger than what I have now, right? So, and here the percentage of hands that I check call with is gonna be significant as well. Okay, so far it is like this. Let's see how many hands we played here. Look here, we played 157 hands. We fold here 21. Actually, we're really good here, I think. We still fold a very significant amount of hands. Actually, not that many, but not that few as well. So I think we're good here. Yeah, if I want to fold more, I will be folding maybe these 9s and 8s. Why? Because they are under attack, really. There is a straight closing and the opponent has a higher straight. So I think they are very dangerous to play with. I would be very careful with these guys. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so far it is like this for me. I like it. Yeah, I like it a lot. So, oh yeah, we forgot our check raises, right? We need to have our check raises. Now, what I put in my check raising range? I think I will put exactly some of these guys. Maybe 1.5 combinations of 10-10. Maybe I want to call my jacks to have strong hand on the turn. Okay, let's see. Yeah, maybe these 10s. Maybe 1.5 combinations of 10s I can check raise. And these 2s, maybe I can check raise. Yeah, I want to check raise these 2s. Yeah, okay, check raise. Hey boy, check raise please. Yeah, check raise. Check raise these guys. Plus check raise these 10-10. I just did like this. Okay, 50%. 50%, okay. Let me take it out from here and I will put it into my check raising range. Good, so let's see. Our check raising range includes 2 combinations, which means that we have to have 4 bluff raises in this position. Okay, now what can we bluff raise? I think these 9, 10, 9 are really good to bluff raise. Okay, first let's take a look at this one. This ace-2 is really good to bluff raise. Yeah, this ace-2 is really good to bluff raise. Wait, First, we need to take it out from there. Okay, wait a second. One, okay. Fully. And we take out our clubs. Like this. And we add this up, our clubs, into our check raising range. 0.5. Yeah, okay. Now, I think we can bluff more of these guys because they're all around our... No, you know what? I think we have some better check raises here. Maybe with these guys. King, Queen, I think. King, Queen, I think might be good check raises here. I know that I took it out from my check calling range, but my check calling range is already very significant here. So I want to balance it with some of my check raises. And these check raises are really powerful, I think. Very powerful. Good. Let me add up a little bit more. Maybe sometimes I can bluff, raise my 10-9 of clubs here. I think it would be reasonable. Why is that? Because I imagine that if I have 10-10, I have 10-9. With this 10-9, I can have 10-10 as well, right? So that's, I think, quite reasonable. So especially with clubs. So my clubs 10-10, I'm going to bluff raise like this. Bluff check raise. Okay, I think we are good here because, as you remember, we had around 2 combinations of value bets. Here we have 3.45 combinations of our bluff check raises, right? Okay, so I think we're more or less balanced here. Well, that's it with this hand. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely did. Okay, so that's it for this hand, and that's it for this video. Thank you very much and have fun.